Okay, I picked an Avi that was appropriate. Oh yeah, sorry. So I picked an Avi that I thought was appropriate for this talk here. So we see the classic leftist infighting going on again, but it's much more directed. It's much more directed. Thought Slime. I didn't even watch the whole video because I didn't feel like getting into it. But the thing is that basically, Thought Slime is continuing to have beef with Caleb Maupin. Um, I think it's cringe. I think it's sad. Especially when you consider, one of the biggest talking points, and I talked about this earlier, but I think it's worth saying again, is that the the discourse, a lot of it revolves around defending China or the DPRK, and they'll just say, "Well, these are authoritarian countries, or China is actually capitalist." So, look at what's going on with the Uyghurs and all this, And of course, in amongst this, they'll say, "Well, we don't want anything bad to happen to China. We don't want anything bad happen to the DPRK. We don't want to invade these countries." We don't like the United States either, but we want this instead. And of course, these are ridiculous, pointless talking points because the thing is that China is going to take over, okay? Can you face the facts? They're building infrastructure. The rest of the world are defending business interests, all right? Remember, I was watching Economics Explained, and take it with a grain of salt, but it's like, China is investing in their infrastructure. They're building bridges, they're building roads, they are, creating, they're even sending high-speed trains to Israel. What is the United States doing? The United States is pissing whatever power that they have away. The only power, which is very, very small, but the little power that the United States does have is financial. And of course, like I said, then you can get into the CIA overthrowing this and that. But it's like, even then, they've done a lousy job at that. We couldn't even sneak in some private contractors into Venezuela. We can't even do that. We've taken an L. The fact is that, the United States will continue to fall down this path. And, it's easy to just say, well, it's the whole critical race theory, or it's all this sort of that. Huh? Anyway. It's one of those things where it's just like, it's not just that, though. There are other issues, such as the push for, we're putting it into bad projects. I'll put it that way. You see the F-35, for example, whizzed right down our leg. Or even, speaking of that, the United States military, I put it this way, is everyone had a whole different uniform, wasted billions of dollars. And I know that this has happened before, but it's like, wasted all that money. And now they're consolidating again. United States Army and the United States Air Force now have the same uniform. It's like they wasted that much time and effort and money. I think it was about 2005. Hell, even longer than that. Hold on. And they got rid of it about maybe 2019. So longer than that. It was about 14 years worth of time that they wasted having all these different uniforms and stuff. Absolute waste. And it's like, this is nothing new. But the thing is that the United States simply does not have the gusto to actually fix nationwide infrastructure. Yeah, there are little jobs here and there. Yeah, you'll see plenty of Hispanics. More specifically Latinos and Chicanos, who are the ones who are, helping to build bridges or, fix up driveways, this and that. But it's like, in general, large scale stuff isn't being done. It just isn't. We see these potholes come about and no one is fixing them. And that's just, that's the way it is. Like I say this more as a sense of, hold on, as a more of a sense of shame, but also a sense of just how out of touch people are. It doesn't make any sense to me, because really you get these same folks who are just like, well, we we want China to have real socialism. And it's like, but it's like, we don't support the United States. Oh, but you like the information that Adrian Zenz gave. Well, Adrian Zenz is a nutcase, but we have these other folks who happen to be connected with the Uyghurs who are compromised. But, it's okay. So you get these sorts of things. I would rather join an ML. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. I would rather join an ML any day of the week than ever join an anarchist or a Maoist, who is constantly having, these cultural revolutions and all this sorts of things, these protracted people's wars and all that type of thing, which does nothing more than create more paranoia in a system of, well, I better not say that, because otherwise the system, the powers that be, are going to put me in jail, So, yeah. But those my takes. I'm sure that people will disagree and say, no, you're cringe and all this. And that's fine. But yeah, I think that anarchists are full of it, especially when you see them argue with people that should be at least giving lip service to on their side. You would think MLs would be on the same side. And, you have this false idea. They don't talk about it anymore, but this false idea of left unity. But of course, that idea has quickly gone away, because we can see it in real life, as I said before. And it's very sad. It is. It's very sad to see this sort of stuff. And it goes to show just how weak left-wing movements in the United States are. You can have individual things that go on, sure, and you can have your little banner and march, or you can, do whatever little thing it is. But ultimately, as I said before, it's nothing more than talk. It is nothing more than, something for people like me to laugh at and say, look at these ridiculous LARPers. Oh, they're hilarious. That's all it is. And I think with that, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate y'all listening to me rant and rave about that. I hope y'all enjoy, and see you later, and goodbye.